everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. It's Tuesday night, and every Tuesday night, I come on with a sketch challenge. So this is number, I think, 76 for me. Hard to believe. That's a year and a half I've been doing this. I might have been doing it a little longer than that, but I have number 76 on the one I'm doing tonight. So I got this idea from a swap card that I received recently, and I decided that I would switch it up and make it into a Christmas card. And I'm going to be using the Handmade Wishes bundle, which is in the mini catalog, the July to December mini catalog. It's a really great stamp set with a bunch of sentiments on it and a really pretty die that goes with it. So that's what I thought I'd use. And I'm going to combine it with Santa Express, I think that's what it's called, Santa Express designer series paper. There's lots of ways you could use this sketch. You could create your own designer series paper. You could show off a beautiful embossing folder. Yeah, you could do all sorts of things with this, but I decided, of course, I would use the beautiful designer series paper. All right, let me switch over. Hey, Joey, welcome. Great. Okay, so this is the sketch. This will go live in about half an hour on my Facebook group page and also Instagram. So you can grab this sketch from there when it goes live. The card base, which is the gray, is either 5.5 by 8.5 or 4 1/4 by 11. Layer number 1, which is I should have said there are 2 of them. So this is the lighter color, 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. And then the orange, you need 2 of those, which are 2 inch by 3.5. And then a layer number 3, which is this blue. It could be a circle, it could be a square. In my case, I'm using a punch. It's about 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. So something that goes in the middle of this. Originally, when I looked at this, I was going to make a portrait card and have these kind of going as lengthways panels. But when I cut the designer series paper, it really does have to go in the I guess it's landscape, in the portrait orientation. So I'll show you why in just a sec. Hey, Louise, welcome. All right, first of all, this is the Handmade Wishes bundle. So it's this great stamp set with lots of sentiments that you can combine together. Some outlines that fit the punch. And there's just some cute little stamps like the holly and the gingerbread and the snowflakes, a little tree. So just a really kind of nice stamp set for lots of Christmas sentiments. And then, of course, I'm a sucker for punches. I love punches. All right. Now, let's bring in my pieces here. Grab my trimmer. So my card base is Petal Pink, and it is 4 1/4 by 11. And the reason I chose Petal Pink is this is the designer series paper that I chose. And you can see this has got words on it. So it obviously has to go this way and not this way, because then the ho, ho, ho wouldn't be, you couldn't read it. So just make sure you're checking out what you're using, because I almost cut this going the opposite way. All right, I'm scoring this at 5.5. If you've got a piece that is 5.5 by 8.5, you're going to score it at 4 1/4. And as always, I fold into the mountain or the raised score line. Crease it with your bone folder. Now, I'm going to adhere these pieces together. So again, you need 2 of the pieces of each of these, and I will hopefully get the sketch corrected before it actually goes live. So we're going to adhere in my case, designer series paper, but whatever layer number 2 is. So again, you could create your own designer series paper. That's always a fun thing to do. If I was going to do that, I would cut a piece that was this full size. So I would cut a piece that is 4 inches by 3.5 and then create designer series paper and then cut that in half. That way your designer series paper is the same. Not the same, but it's cut from the same piece. Or I think embossed cardstock would look really pretty on this. Isn't this fun colors? I love the colors that are in this Santa Express designer series paper. So Petal Pink and Poppy Parade is what I've got. So these two are going to go on. I'm going to kind of put them roughly equal distance, top and bottom. I kind of wish I had a third piece. That helps. Having a third piece that I can put in the middle helps. So I am just going to kind of put these down, not pressing them down fully, so that I can kind of wiggle them around and hopefully get them on straight. That looks pretty straight. That one doesn't look straight at all, so let's see. Okay, there we go. That looks sort of straight to me. There we go. Yeah, sort of straight. All right. Oh gosh, that wiggles. So that's the good thing about the liquid glue, and the bad thing is it will move around. So make sure it's actually kind of definitely tacked down before you move it, because that just shifted. All right, so now I've got my designer series paper on. Now I've got a piece of basic white cardstock, and I thought what I would do would be to play with some of the stamps. I'm just going to grab some blocks. So I really like these outline images. I think I'm going to use this dotted one. I'm not sure why it's calling to me. So I'm just going to put this on. Now, this is a photopolymer stamp set, so just make sure when you put it down on your block, it's kind of stays in the right shape. With photopolymer, they actually will shift shape. You can move them around, and so just make sure that it hasn't moved in shape for you when you lay it down. So now my punch. So I'm going to do some more stamping on this. I'm going to stamp the sentiment. And I think I'm going to use the Merry Christmas for my sentiments. I can get them on smaller blocks. All right, so let's stamp. See if I can get this straight. Nice thing is it's photopolymer. And so we'll stamp. Let me get this. My Poppy Parade needs to be re-inked. It's looking like, yeah, definitely needs to be re-inked. So not too bad. Merry Christmas. Now I want to do some more stamping. I thought that I would take and stamp the little holly. Maybe not. Maybe the Christmas tree, and here's the gingerbread. Let's do the gingerbread cake. I was just going to use these stamps and just got a really big stamp for this, or block for that one, but I was going to stamp off and make sure that these are really kind of faint and just as a background. And I'm going to use mint macaron and petal pink. So we'll stamp the my gingerbread in petal pink, and I'm just kind of gonna stamp him on and off the paper. I'm just really creating some background interest. And then the same with this little Christmas tree, stamping on and off. And I'm even going over the Christmas, the words. Just to create a little bit of interest and detail behind my sentiment. Close this up. All right, so this is going to go here. The other thing I cut out is, now, oops, this is actually cut out from the Santa Express or Santa's Delivery dies that go with the Santa Express suite. So there is a little a wreath and then this bow. It took me a minute to figure out what this was actually a bow, but I believe it is a bow. And so I cut out the wreath in mint macaron and the bow in Poppy Parade. And I thought that I would put this on, like, kind of like that. And then I've got some ribbon here. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the best ribbon. I don't think that's the best ribbon. Maybe we won't use some ribbon. Let's put this on, and then we'll see what else we want to zhuzh it up with. All right. I don't know if it's hot where you are. It is absolutely hot, hot, hot here on the West Coast. It's actually 33 degrees Celsius. So I thankfully have air conditioning in my craft room because I don't think I would be able to be up here working if I didn't. Just way too hot. No, I don't know where I'm going to put it. I think I'm just, ooh, it doesn't kind of show up. Well, it was a good idea. I just don't know where I'm going to put it. Maybe I will just put it there. And I'm just going to put it on with a little bit of glue. Just a little bit of glue. And hopefully it will kind of hold like that. And then I will use a mini dimensional on the back of this bow. Actually, I know what I can do. I can put a mini dimensional underneath here, even though it shows, and then I can use a little bit of glue right in the middle there, and that will hide that dimensional. Like that. And now I really think I need an embellishment of some sort in the middle of my bow. So what do I have? I have these. These are the seasonal sequins. And they look an awful lot. So they're garden green and sweet sorbet. But sweet sorbet is really close to Poppy Parade, or I have white, maybe white, or gold. Indecision. Maybe the gold. Oh, it's called, yes. Leanne, yes, I heard that it, I mean, when we were on the stamp camp with everybody on the weekend, our Australian friends were all complaining about how cold it is. Yeah, I hope it starts to cool down. It's I couldn't work up here in my office/craft room if it stays, if I didn't have an air conditioner. And thankfully, our air conditioner died. We had it was getting old, and it died a couple of weeks ago. And thankfully, the new one arrived last week, because it would have been a little unbearable. All right, let's do some stamping on the inside. I'm going to stamp this time in Poppy Parade, and I'm just going to put this like that. And then let's say Where's the wishing you? There's the wishing you. So we'll put wishing you. And there's a really pretty joy somewhere. There it is. Gosh, I think I've got every block going that I own. All right, so we'll do the joy in Poppy Parade as well. Like that. I like it when I can combine. So this is the Handmade Wishes, and then combining with different DSP, combining it with a die from another set, the embellishments. It's kind of fun to just kind of mix and match. Everything seems, you know, you can use it for all sorts of things. All right. Yeah, I'm reasonably happy with the card. Not exactly how I thought it would turn out, and it's a bit of a not a very traditional color-wise, but otherwise I'm kind of happy with it. Now there's the sketch. I will fix the sketch before it goes live in about 10 minutes so that it actually says that you need 2 pieces of layer 1 and 2 pieces of layer 2, so that you, if you are going to download the sketch, I will fix it. All right, here we go. So thanks for joining me, everybody. If you've come in through YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get notified when I go live. I will be back on Thursday night with a technique. I'm not sure what it'll be yet. I might try and do some watercoloring. I've been doing more watercoloring lately because it's World Watercoloring Month, and so I might try and actually do some lineless watercoloring, or watercoloring using your water painters where you actually really are painting and kind of floating the ink on. We'll see what I get sorted out for a technique on Thursday night. Again, that's at 6:30 Pacific on Thursday night, so I hope you join me then. All right, everybody, happy stamping, and if you're on the West Coast, stay cool. Bye.